Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
Welcome back everyone. Sharon's still in the UK with her mum, so it's just me. I'm working on this wall, we're working on the old kitchen, working on this wall, trying to get it back to some kind of stable stones and rocks. It's an absolute terrible condition right on the edge, but I've had to dig in deep, as you can see here, to get back to solid stuff. It's a lot of work to be done putting it back, but I keep breaking things at the moment. If you remember the other week, the compressor stopped working, the daily compressor, the pressure switch on it went. Not complaining too much, we've had it for 25 years, it's worked hard in that time, but we always try and get decent tools. We do a lot of work and the tools get a lot of abuse, so we always try and buy decent tools that are going to last us and not let us down, because we have to depend on them massively. After the compressor went, I've actually got a part to repair that. I've not done it as yet. Was it yesterday or the day before? This is the chisel. It's an SDS Max chisel out of the big shifter, we call him. It's snapped clean in half, look at that. And it's not even like it's thin metal or anything. So another one of those is coming up. That put that out of action for a little bit. And then yesterday, definitely yesterday, the air hammer went. It has a little spring that goes on there. Here it is. Goes on the end there, that holds the chisel in, fits up against that bit there and stops it from bouncing out, holds that in place so it can still do its action but not come out. And that's snapped. There we go. Luckily, you get, generally when you get them, you get a kit, you get a spare one with it anyway. So it's obviously a replaceable part. So I'm going to get this fixed and then carry on, well, change the part and then carry on with that wall. We like air tools, they're great. Relatively cheap to buy. Not many moving parts. All you need a couple of drops of oil down there every day. Oops, almost left in this. And yeah, not many moving parts, easy to use. That's fixed now. The spring's on. It's ready to go. So let's do it. So yes, I'm currently getting this off here. The front's all done. That side's all done. I'm just trying to neaten this up and find back to where it's solid. There might be a little bit in the corner here that needs to come off, but generally it's not too bad in here. Then there's the floor, of course, but we'll come to that in a bit. So yeah, safety glasses on. Plod on. Oh no, up top as well, above where I put these lintels in. I need to decide what to do with that as well. In the meantime, I'm just going to get this little bit done first. There are some stones in here. Not as many as you would expect though. But there will be soon. Right, so I think that's as far as I'm going to go. Along there, a bit more above the door there, but the rest of it's pretty solid. I can turn round. It's all pretty good, pretty dingy, but it's only such a small space. Down the bottom there, it's obviously had some damp issues in the past, but it's absolutely bone dry and rock hard. I sort of suspect it was years ago, again when there was no gutter on the roof, but it's solid. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. Well, it'll line wash up nicely. That over the door's alright. Got a load of stuff up there that I've just noticed I've not actually noticed before. Oh dear. But yeah, we're about done. Just this side now. Who knows what we're going to find under there, but we're going to have a look right now. Well, this side's making me much happier. As you can see, there are stones down this corner, which is fantastic. I'm trying to pick out the mortar from them. It's not that easy with the sandstone, but it's much better than the other side was. So that's the front off. And a couple of nice big stones, a big one at the bottom. Now I'm going to come now and do the front here and hopefully not have to go too far around the back. This is kind of, you see me, gone off pretty much where I wanted it, so I'm going to see if I can cut a line down. It'll be 8. Right, that's actually worked quite well. We've got a nice line down here now, so I didn't want to come too far this way because it means more rebuilding and it's going to take a long time to rebuild it anyway. All I've got to do now is just get out the stuff from in between the stones that are remaining, and hopefully the walls will be done. I reckon 2 more barrow loads and that should do us. This being the first one. Crikey, never known so much rubble. You wouldn't believe how much comes off these walls. Well, this really isn't what I wanted. So it's just absolutely just full of rubble, dust, dirt, nothing at all inside here. So yeah, it's going to be a bit more work rebuilding it than we first expected. But same up here, it's just nothing at all. Disappointing to say the least, but not to worry, it's got to be done. We've done worse. The difficulty comes building on top of these round stones, and they're alright if they're in the middle of a wall, but on the end of a wall it becomes a bit awkward. We've got sloping ones here, you can see, It just makes it a bit awkward, but we're back to pretty solid there now. So yeah, I'm going to take a bit of stock on what to do next, whether to carry on and get this floor out, or whether to just make a bit of a start on this to shore it up a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is get this rebuilt to a certain extent. It's all very loose and wobbly and not very secure, so it's probably the best thing to do initially. It's really not what I needed, not what was expected, but when you're working with old buildings like this, you just never know what to expect. It's not the end of the world. So what I'm going to do is get it all super cleaned up first, and then we can sort of see where we're at and where we can start. Right, so I've done as much prep as I can for now. I'm going to consolidate the bottom. I'm going to do one mix first, consolidate the bottom, and then consolidate all this lot here to make that solid again in the centre. I've got a big stone here, depending on how it goes. I'm hoping it's going to sit in there. I've got the step ladders there to wedge it in place when the time comes. We'll see how that one goes. Next thing, yeah, I've wet it all down, and I'll wet it all down again before I start to make sure we get a good suction on it. So I'm going to do a mix. Okay, so here we go. Dried out quite a lot already, so I'm going to give it another wet down. There we go. I'm just going to start at the bottom, consolidate that a little bit. And work my way up. Get some in there as well. This floor is just dirt, so we need to get a good base on it as well. Let's see what we've got. I've already picked out a couple of stones that'll be suitable to level the bottom up. Starting with that one. There we go. Fantastic. And that one was next. Yeah. Oh. I've got quite a wet mix as well, that helps them to stick. Okay. Right, so I've got a nice flat base, if you can see that on there now, that I can start to build up on once that's gone off. So carry on. That's gone pretty well so far. He's stuck in. I've got a flat surface on the bottom, got a nice flat built up thing. He's absolutely packed behind there with stones and mortar. That should lock him in, especially when I get another one over the top and some underneath it as well. For now, the step ladders will do the job, as long as we don't disturb it for a while, a day or so. It should be fine. So I'm going to do a slightly thicker mix now, and try and consolidate this area a little bit as well. So my next mix, I'm just going to try and get a bit in the back here, and then we're just going consolidation at the moment really. And find a nice one that fits nice and tight. Oh, he's a bit big. This is what takes all the time. You know what? I can find my hammer. There it is. And bang him in there without disturbing this front one. There we go. Lovely. Lovely. That's pretty good. We'll keep going. Another one next to it there. Yeah. Make it solid. I'll carry on. Right, so that's looking a lot healthier already. This seems to be doing alright. I've just filled in all these. I'll brush them all off in a bit when it goes off a bit. Hopefully that should consolidate that lot. I've only done one half of the wall, the other half is still I've just packed in the back as far as I can, tapping stones in there to put some strength into it. So I'm going to leave this now until tomorrow, let it go off a bit more, and then hopefully we can take the ladders away and carry on. I need to get in there really to find the right size stones to fit. So yeah, don't really want to do too much too fast. And additionally, I need to nip into town to the builders merchants. He closes tomorrow for pretty much the month of August. So I want to make sure I've got enough stuff so we carry on, so we're not left high and dry with no materials. It's mainly just sand and lime that I need. I think I'm going to have a sit down, have a little look, make a little list, and then go and get that sorted as well. Right, I'm all stocked up. I got the part for the compressor, I got the spare springs for the air hammer, and I've got the new chisel for the shifter, formerly known as big shifter. He's now been downgraded to intermediate shifter in the light of the new one. We'll just pop a little bit of grease on him. I know that it might stop him braking and keep him lubricated a bit. Hey dear. Pull back the collar and get him in the right way. Come on. That's it. And he's in. He's ready to go. Excellent. The wall's gone off pretty well. I've just spent quite a bit of time selecting some stones that will fit in these gaps. But yeah, it's looking a lot better and a lot healthier, and it's a lot more solid. Thing is with lime, unlike cement, it does take quite a long time to go off. But it should be at a stage now where I'll be ready to build up on it. You can't go as fast as you can with cement. So what I'm going to do a mix, wet it all down again, wet the stones down, and just start at the bottom and start working my way up, hopefully. Alrighty, not too bad there. I've tried to get a flat, make that flat, because it's hard building on top of rounded stones and you've got nothing to build against. So I've tried to get a flat one, flat top in there. Hopefully this one will sit in over there. It'll tie all them together in a minute. Just need to let it go off a bit. Again, I'm just building it up to get the strength into it. We'll point it all up when we do the rest of the pointing. At the end it's probably easier and quicker to do it that way. I like to use a slightly wetter mix for laying stones. Another whisker. It helps them to bed in better, but for pointing you want a stiffer mix, so that's the way I like to do it. I'm sure other people like different ways, but it kind of works for me. So we'll just let that set a bit. We'll get another mix on shortly and hopefully get a bit more of it done. So while I'm just letting that consolidate a bit, a quick update on the cave. It's gone absolutely rock hard. It's fantastic. A lot of people have commented about turning into a root cellar or something like that. The temperature in the main room there is 26 degrees. And I put the thermometer in here, the temperature in here is 23 degrees. So not really a huge amount of benefit. It is like high 30s outside, so it is good. But it's not really cool enough for anything like that. But it's a much nicer space anyway, much nicer environment. All we got to do now is sort the floor out. We'll be onto that when this wall's done. So right, I'm going to get my next mix on now. So after a bit of hunting around, I've just found one that should go in there nicely, I think. It should tap in alright. I just need to cut some ones to go in the front and a little one to go at the side, unless I can find some suitable bits. So I'm going to do another mix, get him in place, and then I've kind of got where I wanted to get these like supported all around this side, and now finally that side. That makes me a lot happier because they were quite unstable. Oof, righto, I'm leaking. Right, so all this front's done, all that to there, just wants one more up there. The front ear's done, the inside face up to here. I've got a good level space to do, to start building up on from there. It needs to go off, it's all going a little bit unstable because of the volume of stones and mortar. I'm just going to let this go off and just give it a clean down a bit. And then all I've got to do then is finish up all, he says, famous last words, is that bit up there. But for now, that should be pretty solid, pretty happy with it. So I'm going to call it the video. I'm absolutely melting, I'm dripping, it's really warm, especially doing the mixes outside in the sun, crazy temperatures. And I can't really do much more without it getting crazy anyway. So thank you so much to everyone for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.